Hiya. We are back and talking about mental health again this week. And something we haven't yet touched upon over the last 9 weeks or so is the stigma that often comes around mental health, particularly around conversations had in the workplace. So I wanted to share a quote from page 209 of Notes on a Nervous Planet. Never stop talking. Never let other people make you feel it is a weakness or flaw inside you if you have a mental health problem. If you have a condition like anxiety, you know that it isn't a weakness. Living with anxiety, turning up and doing stuff with anxiety takes a strength most will never know. We must stop equating the condition with the patient. There needs to be a more nuanced understanding of the different pressures people feel. Walking to a shop can be a show of strength if you are carrying a ton of invisible weight. So I'd like to hear either your own experiences or experiences you've read about of companies who really support their employees beyond things like Mental Health Awareness Week and initiatives but in long-term support of their mental health and opening up conversations to destigmatise mental illness. Let me know about those in the comments below. I'll be sharing an example from Bloom and Wild of the work from home promise that they've shared this week, which particularly focuses on supporting their employees throughout COVID-19. On to business news. Last week, Vodafone UK launched their Broadband Rescue Plan, which is a scheme for small businesses in the UK who have been impacted by COVID-19 and are now looking to get back to work. So they are offering businesses access to their broadband business plan, as well as a Microsoft 365 subscription for 6 months. And that's a great example of big business going a little way to support small businesses who have been damaged more permanently by COVID-19. And on to book news. I want to share with you this book by Penny Wincer, which came out today. Tender, The Imperfect Art of Caring is a beautiful book that talks about the systems in place in the UK to support people who care for others. 1 in 8 people in the UK care for someone in their life, whether professionally or in their day-to-day life, and mostly receive little or inadequate financial support. And Penny highlights in her book how carers can often feel that they don't receive a lot of mental well-being support either, as there is a stigma around saying that you care for someone else or describing yourself as a carer. And Penny just writes so poignantly about her 2 own experiences of being a carer, once for her mother and once for her son Arthur, and collates other people's experiences caring for someone as well. So do have a look for that one and let me know if you pick it up. If you aren't already, make sure you sign up to the Journey Further Book Club. I'll link to that below. We'll soon be announcing the news of our new hero title and theme, so as not to miss any book recommendations, you'll need to be subscribed to our newsletter. So I'll link to that below and I'll see you next week.